Hi, welcome back to the Discipler Group. I want to say thank you. We had so many people all across the Baltimore-Washington Conference last month participating in our great weekend of mission. We help change the world by working in our communities. And I can't thank you enough for your support and your helping your congregation to serve in ministry in your community. Today, we're going to continue to talk about that. We recognize that moving worshipers into the community, into mission, is one of the most important things we can do. John Wesley always said that we've got to action two things: personal holiness, changing people's souls, their hearts, their lives, their minds, and moving them into the world to change the community. Worship is a great vehicle for helping to interpret the ministry of God in the community. Today, we'll hear from Mark Beeson, executive pastor at Granger Community Church in Granger, Indiana. He says that pastors need to help newcomers learn how to work as a team and to find value in their service to others. Beeson presents his spectrum of involvement as a way to help connect with God and each other through mission groups. As a result of coming together over mission, people find community and develop relationships. As their mission engagement grows, so does opportunities for discipleship. Mark makes it a mandate for every one of his worshipers to be involved in mission. What would it look like for you to begin to talk with your congregation and have every one of your worshipers engaged in mission in the community? Today's Discipler Group will help you identify entry points for mission and ministry at your congregation. It relates to the call to action in that it encourages churches to start new small groups and provide for lay leadership development. We recognize that getting people into groups and moving them in mission is a way to help churches become more vital. Again, thank you for coming today. May God bless you in your continued ministry.
Now, I want to tell you how it is that at the United Methodist Church that I pastor, I'm a United Methodist pastor, and the church I pastor, I've pastored from the time that our total attendance was 5 until now. We'll have, I don't know what we'll have Easter, 12,000 or I don't know what. So wherever you are, I know I'm with you. And I know the disappointments and the heartaches and the challenges when people come, and you can just tell they want to help. They want to follow Jesus. The King of the universe has called them into the game, but they don't feel equipped. They feel like a fat little round kid who can't help and doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to guard anybody, doesn't know how to shoot. How am I going to learn that? I have to be helped. I have to have someone love me enough to show me the way to be involved with the team so I can learn my place on the team and I can add value to the team and make a contribution, because everybody wants that. So what I want to do is ask you to look, I think at the screen, the spectrum of involvement. Can we put that up? I want you to see this, because this is how we have, and I think you have this in a handout. This is how we have graphically portrayed our strategy for helping people connect from the point on the far left where there is no talent. People can be involved. Now, this is the spectrum of involvement from left to right. It goes from no talent and no skill all the way to the right. It's highly skilled and talented. You see? And on the left side, the ministry has great impact on the people who are actually serving. And as you move to the right side on the continuum, the ministry has a great impact, probably a greater impact on the people being served. Now, what I've discovered in the many decades, look how old I am. I mean, I could drop dead any minute. Take good notes because this could be it. From all the years I've been doing this, what I've discovered is that people need an on-ramp. We call it easy access, an access ministry. On the left, whether it's local or regional or international, people need a way to connect in easy access, where it's not confusing and it's not difficult, where we respect their time, we acknowledge the fact that they are busy people, we understand they may feel like they don't have any talent. So an example for us of this, and we can go to the next one. Let's just go ahead and put the ones with the words up there. We have a program on the local level called Second Saturday. We've designed it so that it's easy to remember. When do we do it? The second Saturday. Yeah. Do we do it every month? Yeah, we do it every second Saturday. And it is easy access. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to have any skill at all. You don't have to pledge your undying devotion to a team for the next 5 years. Just show up. 8 o'clock Saturday morning, we will give you meaningful ministry until noon. We will take you where you need to go. We will tell you exactly what needs to be done, and you will be able to see at the end of those hours the great value that you have added. This is where we go and we help at the soup kitchen and the homeless center and just 1,000 different projects. Now, what you cannot do is invite people to come and participate and have them go away without a sense of great worth. You get a guy who's only got his kids every other weekend anyhow, and so he gets up Saturday morning and he drags his 3 kids and they're all out of control, and he brings them and they're running around and he's trying to manage everything, and at the end of that time he truly doesn't feel like he was valued at all, and he doesn't think there was really anything for him to do. He will not come back. You cannot invite people to a project like this unless you have something for them to do. As they become more involved, we find that we can engage people in projects, which, as you move to the right, you can see that we will take people then who have been trying it out in an easy access ministry, and we have many access ministries, trying it out. No expectation, no team, no nothing. Just show up whenever you can. We'll find some of those people want to do more. You see, there's a hunger that builds. Isn't this true with you? That the more you do when you feel success, if you feel defeated, you don't want to do any more at all. But when you feel success and valued and celebrated, well, you want to do a little more. And so people get on projects where there's an ongoing work, an ongoing effort, and it may require a weekend. It may require a little more effort. You move on, and again, you can see ongoing teams. The first two, the access and the projects on the continuum, you don't have to commit to anybody. You show up for the project, you do the project, you're done. But when it's ongoing teams, you literally engage now at a level where you're building community and relationships. I told the people at my luncheon that I discovered quite some time ago that when people come together around community, we just want to be together. We want to take off our shoes and touch our toes and sing Kumbaya and pass it on, and it's just, we love each other. It's awesome. When you do that, that's okay. You may find community, but my experience is that almost no one moves from that kind of community focus to a very costly missional endeavor. However, if you come together around a mission, you probably will get on the mission. And there's a very good chance that as you're engaged in the mission, you'll find community with people you're on mission with. So we lead with this missional focus, and we have found that it's extremely helpful to people. Once you're to the level of leadership and influence where you're on teams, you begin to build relationships. Now we have teams of people who lead Second Saturday. So the second Saturday volunteers who just show up on Saturday morning, you know, I'm not there. I mean, I'm not running it. There are people who are volunteers on the teams who are running everything and getting people everywhere and doing everything. So people not only see I can come with no expectation and I'm celebrated because I give 3 hours, but I can't come next month. But whenever I come, I get to help. So they love that, and they get to see the way ministry happens and community happens is on team. Now, eventually you'll find leaders who emerge out of these things. And you'll have leaders who then are able to build teams and launch into areas of ministry that are very, very difficult, very challenging. I would hesitate to do this under any other circumstance, but I'm not going to hesitate now because of the time frame, and I think some of you will be very interested in this. In fact, I assume all of you are interested in this. The guy who, my staff guy at Granger who runs all of our missional effort, and his job is to get our people in mission. That's his job. I want everyone at our church engaged in mission. So go do that. And that's what I told him. Seems like a very clear mandate. And so we now have, we've been in India for 10 years. I have 5 more minutes. We've been in India for 10 years. And in that time, because of this missional focus, and because of this spectrum of involvement, the way we do this, we have been able to plant, just now, today, we have over 1,000 churches that are Granger Community Church, United Methodist, they're there. Now, Bishop, we didn't have a good Methodist bishop in southern India and Tamil Nadu to talk to about whether we could get permission or not. So I've discovered in the Methodist church, if there's no bishop there, you automatically have permission. So we went to a place where it's like, there's no bishop anywhere nearby. We'll just go there because we need a Methodist witness there, and it was easy access for us. So we went to Tamil Nadu. We've planted over 1,000 churches in 10 years. We have baptized and in the churches now 130,000 members of our church are in Tamil Nadu, and they're almost all from a Hindu society. So I'm not saying they like raise their hand in a meeting so we count them, like notch the gun. These are people who have been through at least 18 months of training every week. They're people who publicly were baptized into Christ. 99% of them, I don't know a single one who didn't go through this experience. They were beaten by their families, chained in their homes, and beaten for 3 days. That's just the natural consequence if you become a Christian. They're thrown out of their family and disowned. And they are not allowed to work. So they lose their jobs, they lose their families, and they're disowned. And they are joyfully embracing life in Jesus Christ. It is the most amazing thing that I've seen. Now, so I asked Rob to write about it. So we did this book, which has some of the stories of how this works. And towards the back is a little bit of the model of how we've done this. So these are $20, and every penny, we don't get any royalties out of this, but every penny of that goes back into our work in India. And right now you're thinking, $20, dude, that was my dinner. Look, you have to decide if you want to be a Big Mac or a woman of God. I mean, what do you want to be when you grow up? Take your $20, go downstairs and buy the book as soon as I'm done. What are you going to feed? I mean, come on. And I'm proud of you, proud of the great work that you're doing. I'm honored to serve beside you. And I count it a privilege to follow your great work here in the Northeast. I tell you what, back in the Hoosier State, it's cornfields and it's a whole different world. Some of you would just, like you'd be apoplectic if you would just be going, oh! It is a whole nother world. But God has called us each to our own place. And this is what I have, for sure. I have confidence in you. I know that the Spirit of God is going to lead you, guide you, and empower you to carry the good news of Jesus to your community. Don't be discouraged. Be strong in Jesus, friends. I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm done. I'm on time.